Getting ready to go. We are on the air.
Okay.
Hello, Haley.
Hello.
How are you today?
Doing okay for being spring break. It doesn't feel very breakish.
That's true. Well, for staff members, spring break is a time when, like, you really feel the end of the semester is right around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty close to the end of March, it feels like. I mean, when we get back from spring break, we're in, the countdown now for the end.
Right. In fact, that's the title of this post. I counted. It's about just over 7 weeks until the commencement.
That's not very far away.
So 50 days, I don't know, something like that. What are you doing in these final days leading up to the commencement exercises themselves?
Well, our office is working on getting audits out. So a lot of undergraduates, you guys have all gotten your audits. So make sure to take a look at that and see if there's anything, if it says that you need to have any paperwork turned in, check your degree works, and that'll tell you exactly what you're missing. But yeah, check your audit. Graduate students, I'm still working. I'm slowly trying to get those through. I'm hoping to be done in the next week or two here with all of those. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.
Are there more ins and outs for a graduate student than an undergraduate student who's about to get their first degree?
All kind of the same, jazz. Degree works, though, is not set up for graduate students, so it's a lot of hand auditing for those folks, so that's why it takes a little bit longer to get those audits out. But, we check for things, that you completed all the courses listed on your advancement, that you've done your comp exam, your defense. If you haven't done those, then I list on there that it still needs to be done or it's pending. So, yeah, it's just a little bit more ins and outs for the graduate students. But
So the thesis defense is your big idea, the big thing you've written up, your big paper, and then you go and you talk to a bunch of people and they interrogate you.
Yeah, I guess you defended.
About your knowledge of the things that you have learned. So that's a big part. But that's interesting. The degree works doesn't work for graduate students.
Not at this time. We do have someone who just, he was already a staff member, but now he's doing a different role in our office where he is coding degree works, and we're hoping to get it up and going for the graduate students in the near future. We don't have an exact date yet, but it'll be really great, once it is actually done for graduate students so they can keep a bit better track in degree works like the undergraduates.
That's one of the things that the chancellor is working for, is modernizing the student experience. Mm-hmm. And so having everything accessible online, right on your devices and all that sort of stuff to check your progress.
And DegreeWorks, it really is a really helpful tool. For the undergraduates, you can see exactly what we're seeing. So when we audit you, it's the exact same DegreeWorks that you're looking at. So if it shows that you're missing something on your DegreeWorks, we're seeing the exact same thing, so we're going to mark down that it's missing, So if you have any issues with DegreeWorks, contact your advisor, contact us, and let us know, and we can try and help you get in that remaining paperwork or whatever it is that is still missing.
Is it too late to get petitions in and signed? Or
no, you have until the end of the semester.
End of the semester. So the very last day of the semester,
don't
you
wait
could be
that long.
Running around from office to office getting signatures.
Yeah,
but
you don't want to wait that long. If there is any remaining paperwork that you need to get in, try and get that done as soon as possible. Also, do your library science. If you're going to test out of that is my PSA that I do try and preach all the time. Don't wait until the last couple of weeks of the semester to do your library science. Try and get that test done as soon as possible. That's
your one main tip.
Yes, it's so disheartening to hear when students aren't able to graduate because library science was the thing that held them up.
Last little thing I'll ask you for today's episode is in the commencement you're wearing your cap and your gown during the ceremony. What about underneath? A lot of people get sort of dressed up in fancy clothes.
Yeah, a lot of people. You can wear whatever you want underneath. I mean, as long as an article of clothing. But whatever you want. You want to do dress kind of light. It does get kind of in some years it does get hot in the Carlson Center. Last year I think they kind of overcompensated for that, and they had the ice cooling the night before and stuff. Because the ice is under the concrete, and it was really cold in there last year. So it is hard to say. Some years it's really hot, and then last year it was really cold. So hopefully this year they'll have figured it out, and it'll be a nice medium.
So dress for comfort.
Yes, dress for comfort.
Not necessarily the dinner that your parents are going to take you out to afterwards.
Yeah. And, high heels. The stairs at the Carlson Center, they can be rough. So yeah, make sure to keep that in mind too. We don't want it. We do have spotters too that in case you do see anyone start to go down.
We'll add a little jiggle
spotters
in there. So check your degree works. Make sure that you got everything all sorted out, and then start planning your commencement outfit work for comfy.
That's really the most important.
As we get to 50 days.
One last thing.
Oh, good, yes.
This Friday, March 15th, is the last day to apply for graduation for the late
we've buried the lead on that.
Right.
This Friday is the last day.
Yeah, so if you have been putting off applying for graduation, do not put it off any longer. This Friday, midnight, is the end.
If you don't apply and you finish all your classes,
you're going to have to wait until summer. So don't miss out on that.
And you don't have to pay for anything. You just have to
Right. You don't have to pay for anything at the moment. You apply for graduation, we process your application, and we put that $50 fee on your account. And then you go onto UA Online, or you can go to the bursar's office and pay for it.
Who won the frame at the grad fair last week?
It was a lovely MBA student.
Oh,
yeah.
Were they there? Were they present?
No, she was not present. We didn't have a whole lot of people end up being, we had a lot of people, coming through. So we draw tickets in.
But they got classes, Haley. They
I know,
get out
they've
there
got things to do.
Get ready
busy.
to graduate.
Yeah.
Thank you, Haley, and we'll see you next week when we are 1 week closer to graduation.
Yay.